As an instructional designer and as an e-learning developer, your goal is always to make a learning experience as easy to use and as accessible as possible for your learner. So in this class, our goal is to upload our published files to Google Cloud Storage because then you can just hand off a simple link to your classmates and to your instructor and to whoever else you want to see it. And all they have to do is pop that into their browser and the e-learning will load. So here's an example of a Captivate file. I'm able to open it simply in my browser. I can complete the activities, and it works perfectly. Same thing for Storyline. Here's the URL. It ends in story_html5.html. This can have a couple different variations, but in any case, this loads perfectly in my browser. I can click on Jupyter, I can return, I can interact with this learning experience and complete it easily from my browser. Now, these are published e-learning files from both Captivate and Storyline. If you were to give someone a link to your raw file, even if you upload it to Google Cloud Storage, this is an example right here of a URL that ends in .cptx. This is a link to a raw Captivate file. If you give someone that link, it prompts them to download a file. And the learner might say, okay, I'll try downloading this. And the only way this will open is if they also have the Captivate program. Now, even if you have the Captivate program and you open it up within Captivate, it opens up in an editing view because it's a raw file. So I want to start playing with it. Oh, and I can't just experience the e-learning because this is in editing mode. Okay? And so this is only accessible because I do have the Captivate software, but this is not the file that you want to give to your learner because not only are they not going to have Captivate, it doesn't make sense to give someone the raw file of an e-learning. They need to be able to experience the published version so they can just dive right in and do the e-learning. So this is what it looks like in my Windows computer here. I have a folder called My Adobe Captivate Projects. This is where files automatically save when I use Captivate. This is the raw file. It ends in .cptx. And this is the published file, okay? So this is my smoothie project here. You can see the published file contains a bunch of folders and other files. If you double click on these, a lot of the time there's subfolders and it goes deep and there's tons of images. There's hundreds of files that make a published file. So that's the raw file for Captivate. That's a published file. Storyline is very similar. This is a Storyline raw file. You can tell because it ends in .story, and this is a Storyline published file, which again is made up of hundreds and hundreds of files. Okay, so this is the folder that you want to upload to Google Cloud Storage, not this one, because same deal as Storyline. If you hand off the story file to someone to upload, it's going to take them to this raw view in Storyline, and this is only if they have the software. Again, I happen to have the software, but again, I'm in editing mode. I'm not able just to dive right in and experience it. Okay, so if you want to publish something, a course is a course in LinkedIn for that, but in Captivate, you just have to go to Publish, and then Publish to Computer. And you can choose your options here. I ask that you publish it in HTML5. You hit Publish. It'll create the folder for me. Ask if I want to view the output, and then I can check it out from my own computer. So this is where it's actually hosted on my computer. I can try it out on my computer, and then I can check out the published version on my computer so that I can upload it to Google Cloud Storage. Storyline is really similar. You just hit Publish right here. You choose your options. If you have a choice, choose to publish for web, and then you just hit Publish. And it creates everything, and then you'll have a wonderful file folder that you can see your published files in, okay? So when you head over to Google Cloud Storage, you've got your buckets set up. What you want to do is you'll upload your published version of your project. So you can see, you can go to your Adobe Captivate folder, and this is the folder that you would open. If you're not sure, you can double click it, make sure it's the one with the subfolders, and this is the one that you upload to Google Cloud Storage. And then once you upload it, you're able to get a URL that you can share with your user, and I have a whole nother video for that. But again, super important to actually publish, okay? So again, the difference between The raw version and the published version, this is the version that you edit. You can only edit it and use it if you have Captivate software. But this version, if you upload it to Google Cloud Storage, anyone can access it from the comfort of their web browser. Same thing for Storyline. This is the raw version. You can only open it if you have a Storyline software. You need to put this version up on Google Cloud Storage. Here you can see my bucket in Google Cloud Storage. You can see I've uploaded both the Make a Smoothie raw file and the Make a Smoothie published folder. If I click on the Make a Smoothie raw file, that's it. This is the end of the row. There's just a URL. And if I give this URL to someone and they put it into their browser, it's going to prompt them to download a file. If your user is being prompted to download a file, you did it wrong. Okay? What you want to do is put in the entire folder that was published from your software and contains all of these subfolders and subfiles. And then if you're using Captivate, you want to give them the link to index.html so you can actually just find that file, click copy URL, and you can pop that into your browser. Okay, and now I'm able to use it from my browser, which is great. If you are using Storyline, you'll go into the folder and you'll look for usually the story.html file. You'll copy that URL and you'll give that link to your user, and then they'll be able to use it from the comfort of their browser. Again, if your user is prompted to download something, you're doing it wrong. You have to go into Captivate and hit publish to computer, and then upload that whole folder to Google Cloud Storage. Or if you're using Storyline, you have to go to publish the entire file, and then upload that to Google Cloud Storage.